Good afternoon and welcome to West Ham United to Plasto. So just a quick recap on the FA Cup game we've just had. It finished on penalties. We ended up beating West Ham United, ended up beating Brentford on penalties 5-4. What penalties they were as well, to be brutally honest. All in the top bins. Quite different to see. I mean, what the Brentford guy was doing with the Panenka, but that, who cares? We got through. On the game itself, yeah, we played really well, I thought. Two guys to talk about, probably a little bit. I won't go on too long. Was Kante, who looked he's a big unit anyway, but he did a hell of a job. Fair play to him. Got up and down the pitch. At one point, he'd done about 4 players or something and hit it in the rose. Well, wasn't even rose. It went out nearly the corner flag. But big, strong unit. He's too good for the under-21s. It's been said for a while now. And he should now start breaking into the first team. And the bloke we've all been slagging off, Traore, who actually did some work, some good bloody work as well. Again, no end product, but that's what he needs to improve. But I think maybe under Nuno that can happen because obviously he's had his best spells under Nuno. But all in all, probably looking at the game, I won't go through the game completely because you all know, obviously now being Friday, and the reason I've left it so late is because of the Somerville incident injury. But yeah, I mean, when we were 2-1 up, they probably should have had a penalty. You see Fernandez, you just see him, his facial expression, and didn't look like he got the ball at all. I don't know what VAR were doing, but they gave us it at one end and obviously didn't give it to Brentford. So I thought Brentford a little bit unlucky, but hey ho, we've had enough shit going against us this season. It's about time we had a little bit of luck. But like I said, the referees themselves, and I'm jumping from bit to bit, but that's me all over. The referees, I think, are just absolutely, like we're all thinking, absolutely shocking because they're not refereeing the games anymore. They're letting VAR ref the games. They're like literally lazy with decisions that are happening right in front of them. I mean, the Traore one was pretty straightforward, obvious, and it had to go to VAR. And obviously, I was shouting at the telly, get the ball out of play so we can get this VAR thing sorted. And obviously, eventually, it ended up in a penalty. But the one with Fernandez was probably a penalty, to be brutally honest. But we got away with that one. And then, obviously, 15, 20 minutes to go, Jimmy pushes the guy in the back. It was a push, yeah, I get it. But it was soft. But because of the incident, he was probably going to score. Yeah, you probably have to give that pen. Extra time, we looked the better side, probably. Try to win it, but we were all knackered. But going back to Jimmy, yeah, was it a calf injury? Yeah, he picked that up. Bastard that we brought him on, and obviously he played normal Jimmy self. But yeah, he just frustrating picking up that injury. So now that's why I've waited till Friday because I wanted to see what the situation is with him. He's now missing the next 2 games, which is Man City tomorrow and then Aston Villa. So international break after that. Hopefully that Holland do not call him up because the last thing we need is it would be like this bloody scenario of our players before when Paqueta would go away and get injured and stuff when he was there. The major one was Fulkrug. That's the one I'm thinking about. He would be injured for us and then go and play for Germany and get injured again after getting slightly fit. So anyway, that's hopefully he's back for the cup game after that, which going back to the cup because that's what this video is about. We have been drawn at home and we've avoided Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Well, yeah, Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea have got Port Vale, which is just a farce. Good for Port Vale though. Give them some money. Hopefully they give them the allocation to Port Vale, as in the money from it. And we have been drawn at home against Leeds. Now Leeds, I think we've played them in the cup before in the last few years, and we beat them in the league and then played them like 4 days later and then lost in the cup at home. They will bring 9,000 down because that's what we would do. We'd take 9,000 up there. So we've got a big, big chance here of getting into a semi-final and more importantly, getting to Wembley. Because we should have been at Wembley in 2006 when I was obviously at Cardiff. A lot of us went Cardiff 3 years in a row. But we should have been the first game at the new Wembley and they ran behind with it. So I think we deserve to get to Wembley. Nothing against Leeds, but let's see what sort of side he puts out against them, and obviously where we are in the league. But either way, even if things go completely our way in the next few games, which obviously is going to be difficult with who we're playing, but we've got to do this if we want to survive. It'd be interesting to see who he puts out, because a trip to Wembley would be nice. And not being funny, if we can somehow get through the next one. Don't want to look too far ahead, one game at a time. But yeah, it'd be good to get to Wembley. I think we deserve it as fans. We've been given a lot of shit. I know we've had the European runs in the last few years, but the last 2 to 3 years have been shocking, and shocking owners have just fucking ruined us with stupid managerial decisions and ridiculous transfer windows. So yeah, good that we got through. Always good under the lights. Obviously, at Upton Park, it was a lot better. A lot better. There's no comparison. But we got through, and that was the main thing. Good to see the team morale. I think the most important thing that came out of the other day was like the photo in the dressing room after. Tremendous. And you see our Paco there right on the end, giving it large. He's a character, and things have changed since he's been there, which is great. Very experienced guy, and obviously an ex-manager. So I mean, he's giving his bit to Nuno as well. Doesn't agree with him all the time, which is great. Second opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching. It was just a quick recap on the cup game, and obviously on the Jimmy scenario, what's going on with his injury. I'll do a preview. I'll probably do it in a couple of minutes. A preview for the game tomorrow night, which is West Ham United against Manchester City at 8:15 on Saturday night. God knows why they're playing so late, but there we go. At least it'll be under the lights. But more importantly, we're still in the cup, still in the FA Cup. That felt tremendous. Thought we'd blown it, but we're through. So please like and subscribe to the channel. I've also got a VAS golf channel if you're just tuned into this one, because I'm a golf professional. I started doing a West Ham channel, for those who don't know, just to vent, basically, because my mates that are not West Ham do get it in the ear. So I thought if I do this, they'll get less banter. Well, banter, it's been diabolical up until the turn of the year, touch wood. Anyway, thanks for looking into my video. Please, I know we get a lot of this like and subscribe stuff. You get to hear it everywhere. And it's like, even I watch videos and constantly watch the same guy and don't subscribe, but I do now, because it's important. So if you can just hit the subscribe button, doesn't cost you anything. And a like, that would help tremendously. I'm on here for the love of our team, West Ham United. Part of my life, part of your lives, I'm sure. And it'd be nice to, as I say in most of my videos, to have a bit of communication, see what you're thinking. But yeah, have a look at the preview to the Man City game for tomorrow night, because that'll be the next video uploaded after this one. But on to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Thanks for watching, and until next time.